Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's After Effects scripting QuickTip tutorial. In this one, I'm going to be giving away a free script and showing you how I made this script, which will generate beautiful and random gradients, anywhere from a linear to a radiant gradient, which can also be flipped to be vertical or horizontal, and everything is random, fast, and looks pretty good just to generate a ton of different looks. So we're going to be going over how this was made, how you can run it for yourself, and a few other bonus things. Before we get started, down below I do want to remind you to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to be notified of new videos coming out twice weekly on the channel, and down in the description you can check out the code for this on GitHub, try it out for yourself. You can also follow us there for updates on code, and down in the description as well you can follow us on Instagram for other updates. If you're not a member in our Discord server, come and join us and get help with scripting, extensions, plugins, expressions, submit tutorial ideas, and much more. And if you'd like to help support us on YouTube and get cool perks at the same time, you can become a member, supporter, premium supporter, or VIP. So let's just go over how this works. Essentially, I have a single function called generate gradient, and all you have to do is feed it a composition. In my case, it's just an active composition that's open, and it will create a new gradient layer every time. Now, there are a couple of sort of steps that it arrives at to make different decisions on how the gradient is going to look. So basically, all the colors generated are random, but there are a few other rules that make it more strict, such as deciding if it's a linear ramp or a radial ramp, or which direction that will go. So just running through the code here, the first thing we have is a begin undo group, which will allow us to basically undo all of the code we did instantly with a single click, which allows us to basically remove the entire gradient we created super easily. Then we create a gradient layer, which is just a white solid, and we're going to match the comp dimensions and all that for this. And we're also going to add a gradient ramp effect with the match name Adobe Ramp so that we can begin to randomize the properties of that and create different looks. If vertical bool is false, it's going to be a horizontal linear ramp if that is chosen, and if it's true, it's going to be vertical. Then we're going to set an X random and a Y random anywhere between 0 and the composition width, so the entire length of the composition, and for the Y random anywhere between 0 and the composition height, a randomization between the 0 and height. And the reason we're setting up these randoms is so that we can change the position of our ramp. If we have a radial ramp, we just want to move it around randomly, and we don't really have to mess with the end of the ramp in a radial ramp. For the linear case, the start of the ramp and the end of the ramps will always be either on the top and bottom or on the left and right, depending if it's horizontal or vertical, as we just chose here. So the X and Y random in this case are only for the radial case, and then what we do is clamp it. If it's below 20% of our comp width, we want to basically make it at least 20% of the comp width. If it's greater than 80%, we want it to be less than that, and then same for the height. And the reason we do this is because we want a little bit of padding so that it's not just making it in the corner. We want it to be sort of in like a safe box here in the middle, and that's what that will assure when we clamp our random positional values. And then we have one more main section here with some logic that will generate a random number that is either 1 or 2, 50-50 chance. If it's equal to 1, we're going to generate a linear gradient. Now with our linear gradient, we have two different cases. We have the vertical case and the horizontal case. So then we have a true and false case for our vertical bool. If it's horizontal, we want to set the start and the end of our ramp to basically be from here in the center on the y-axis and 0 on the x-axis over to here on the other side on the right center. And then if it's true, that means we do have a vertical and we want it to be in the middle on the x-axis and then down here to the bottom center. So that's all that's deciding. And then basically, if the else case, if it's a radial ramp, we want to set property 5 to be radial ramp, set the value to be 2 instead of 1, and then we want to set our random position for our start of ramp. Again, because with only linear gradients, you need to have those 2 points moving. With the radial gradient, you just want to move the start of the ramp. Then, after we have those specifics done for the linear or radial ramps, we're going to do some color randomization, which is the same for both of them. We're going to randomize both the start and the end colors equally here, which we just have an R random, a G random, and a B random, which we first set up, and we set the value of our start color. Then we randomize them one more time and set the value of our end color. Then we finally move our gradient layer to the beginning of the comp, basically layer stack, and that will make it visible no matter what your case is. And what this allows us to do is simply generate gradient after gradient and generate all kinds of looks in whatever use case you may find this useful for. But that's pretty much it. Just generate lots of cool gradients, adjust the code if you want, make it better or work for your specific use case. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up button. Down below, hit subscribe and the bell icon to be notified of new videos coming out twice weekly on the channel. And down in the description, you can check out the code for this on GitHub, try it out for yourself again, and also follow us there. And down in the description, you can follow us on Instagram as well. Follow us there for updates on other cool things. If you're not a member of our Discord server, come and join us and get help with scripting, extensions, plugins, expressions, and much more. And you can also become a member, supporter, premium supporter, or VIP on our YouTube channel, link in the description, and that will give you cool perks along with giving us some support. Thanks again for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time.